Hello guys and welcome back to the Red Devil Stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Well, we do have a lots of stuff to get into today. We have some breaking news just came out half an hour ago maybe regarding Harry Maguire. We have some updates regarding AMARABAT, PAVARD, Van de Beek, McTominay, Martial and all that stuff. So we have a lot to get into. So make sure to like the video, and if you are new, you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and let us help that reaching of 150 subscriber mark. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get started, man. So yeah, the first thing I would like to talk about is that Harry Maguire deal, man. Yeah, as you can see in my title, I have clearly said that Harry Maguire deal has been stalled. It is heartbreaking, I must say that. It is frustrating, it is disgusting. I simply do not know how to react to this kind of news after all the weeks we have spent on that deal. And now the news that have broken out is that it came from Neil Custis from The Sun, and he said Harry Maguire is demanding a 15 million pound payoff from Manchester United to join West Ham. So yeah, brother, we all knew. See, the thing is that when the news came out a couple of weeks ago that it was £6 million, not 6 pounds, £6 million that Harry Maguire wants, and it got confirmed by Sky Sports, by Simon Stone, by Samuel Luckhurst, and every other credible journalist out there who had said that Harry Maguire wants a payoff and the payoff would be around £6 million. But as it stands right now, it is not the case. It is absolutely not the case. According to Neil Custis, it is around £15 million what Harry Maguire wants. And just a couple of minutes later, this came from the Guardian, Jacob Steinberg, and he said, Harry Maguire's £30 million move to West Ham has collapsed after the club grew tired of waiting for the defender to agree his exit. Although there is a chance the deal could be revived, it is not going ahead at the moment. West Ham have grown frustrated over the delay and are looking at alternative options in central defence. Maguire had settled personal terms with West Ham, but the club have been waiting for the England international to agree a payoff from Manchester United. Seriously, man, this shows the incompetence, the level of incompetence we run with when it comes to our negotiators, and not only our negotiators in this particular matter, man. Those of the fans I have seen in the past couple of days in the social media, whether you say it's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever the platform you see, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen as well that there were some sympathizers of Harry Maguire, that he had not been treated well and all that stuff. He is not a money mongering guy. It is not his fault that we paid him a lot of money and all that stuff. So why is he asking for £15 million now? We would only get around 30 million by selling him, and if we give him £15 million out of that, what does it left for us? We cannot make the PAVARD signing if we have only left £15 million, and it was quite clear that we were going to spend the money we are going to get from Maguire to go out and spend that on Benjamin PAVARD. So I don't know if that is going to happen. If Maguire deal is off, I do not see that PAVARD deal is happening. I absolutely do not know that. I seriously do not know that. See, the thing is that the first and foremost thing Eric Ten Hag said yesterday after the match, he was asked on the last night's performance, and he said we need to build on the foundation this year, be better and improve the way of playing. He also says we need to strengthen our squad. He literally cried out to the Glazers, our negotiators, that we do need bolstering in our squad. You can see after yesterday's match, it was quite clear, it was absolutely clear that we do need to strengthen our squad. It wasn't enough. The signings we have made is just not enough. Not enough. I do not see even putting Hoyland in that team will create much difference. So we do need that signing of AMARABAT at the very least, man. As it stands right now, I don't know if that Maguire deal is really pulled off. As it stands right now, he wants £15 million. That is absolutely disgusting. It is unacceptable. The way the deal has gone through, I mean, seriously, man, what the hell were we thinking? We have spent 2 weeks on that, 2-3 weeks on that particular deal. We all knew, all the talks were going on from every other media outlets that we were going to go for Pavard when that Maguire deal is secured. But that is not going to happen as it stands right now. So yeah, please, my question is, I will put up a poll. I know that you guys like the poll section, so I will do that. And my question would be, I do want to know your opinion on this particular sector, guy. That if we are not going to get rid of Harry Maguire, what do you think should be our next signing? See, if the thing is there, as it stands right now, I do think that we will only end up signing one player. So if we are going to sign only one player, who would you prefer? Just a second, guys. It's almost done. Okay, guys. So this is my question to you guys. If we only do one signing, which position would you prefer? See, the thing is that as it stands right now, I do not see Manchester United ending up with multiple signings. The amount of time we have left in this particular summer transfer market, I absolutely do not see that happening. Because obviously, if you are not going to get rid of Harry Maguire, I do not see getting rid of players like Scott McTominay or Anthony Martial. So those players will just stay on at least for this very season. We are not going to see those players coming out of the club, going out of the club and joining some other clubs. That is not going to happen. So keeping all those things in mind, see, do I wanted Benjamin Pavard? I absolutely did. Please do let me know your opinion, guys. I will get into your comments. The one thing I will say about, see, do I want a player like Benjamin Pavard, a player like Todibo? Absolutely, I do want it. I absolutely want those signings. But the thing is that if you ask me right now, if I'm being honest with you guys, if Manchester United ends up with only one signing, I would prefer the signing of a midfielder, especially a player like AMARABAT. We have seen yesterday, if a club like Wolves can run over our defense, I can't even imagine the situation we would face when we go out at Anfield or Stamford Bridge or Emirates or Etihad. We will get run down silly. We will get run down. We will get demolished on that midfield area. See, the thing is that you guys already know that your Red Devil Bruce's favorite player is Casemiro, and he played brilliantly yesterday as well, but he is just not enough. He is just not enough. I mean, seriously, I do not know what Eric Ten Hag is planning to do with Mason Mount, but it is quite clear after the preseason matches, and especially after yesterday's match, that Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount cancel each other out. They do that. They does cancel each other out. So if he wants to play Mason Mount with AMARABAT in the team, I do think that Mason Mount should play out from the right. That would give, Anthony a healthy competition as well. And it would, conquer. See, the thing is that Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount does not have that defensive ability. We have seen that already in our preseason matches, in the match against Wolves as well yesterday. So we do need a player who is defensive minded, who will not get run down easily. A player who will actually support Casemiro. So yeah, which is not the case when it comes to Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount. They does not do their job. They are quite good when it comes to the attacking part, but when it comes to defending, as I've said so many times, man, with Andre Onana, we are going to maintain a high pitch. Our back four would be around that midfield area. So we do need some midfielders who have some physical ability, who have that defensive ability, some defensive preciseness, who would be able to stop us getting run down every time we face a threat of counter-attack. Because if Wolves was able to cross us, if Wolves was able to break our defense line, believe me, Manchester City clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, maybe Newcastle will do it easily. It will break down, it will get break way too easy, brother. I do think so. So please do let me know your opinion. What do you think should be our signing? And see, as I have said, I do want Benjamin Pavard, I do want Todibo, but I do not see our. I will be honest with you. You guys already know that I clearly want Benjamin Pavard in our squad. But the thing is that getting a hold of players like Benjamin Pavard, Todibo will not change our gameplay drastically. That will not be, yeah, we will get bolstered in the defensive area, but as far as our gameplay go, it will not change much. But with the injection of Amrabat in that midfield, as you guys can clearly see, it was quite imbalanced. It was imbalanced. There was no balance whatsoever. Bruno Fernandes was, he was waiting around Rashford. Mason Mount had no idea what to do. The lack of positioning, the lack of linkage play, and Casemiro was getting run down every time he was pressured by 2 or 3 players. Obviously, he can't cover that whole area. So we do want a player like Amrabat, and I do think that will give us a chance to fight in this very Premier League season, brother. Yeah, see, the thing is that we do need a centre back, a right back, a midfielder, another striker. That would be brilliant. But we have to keep in mind that the Glazers are still there. John Murdoch, Richard Arnold are still there. I do want to see those guys who are saying Murdoch madness. So where is your Murdoch madness? Why he can't make the deal as simple as a deal like Harry Maguire? West Ham wants him. Ten Hag wants him out. He wants to go. He has accepted the situation. But now, from 6 million, he has jumped right up to 15 million pounds. So something happened in between. Something surely happened in between. So yeah, guys, I do not know what to say. I would like to put up another question to you guys, and do let me know your opinion on that as well. And what do you think should change after yesterday's match? I absolutely want to know that. I do want to know your opinion. As you guys already know that your Red Devil Bro values your opinion. So I would really like to know. Please do let me know that what do you think should change after yesterday's match? Because we all know it needs change. At the very least, it needs change. We can't play the way we just did. I know it's a first match. It was our first match. And the two important things we should, we got out of that match is, we were able to keep the clean sheet. It was quite hard to do, but we were able to keep the clean sheet and we secured that 3 points. As I've said, man, if we are going to, when we are going to, play that Arsenal match, we need to go in that match with 9 points in our pocket. We should not lose a single point before that Arsenal game. We can't afford that. And the way we played yesterday, last night, if we repeat that shit with Tottenham, we will get bullied left and right. We will get bullied left and right, brother. Believe me. Just let me check your, voting, man. So there has been 14 votes and 79% of you prefers midfield. Yeah, brother. We do need to change our midfield criteria. We do absolutely need to do that. We can't get run down every time we are possessing counter-attacking threat. So yeah, if Wolves can do that, any club will do that. Any club in this Premier League will run down us if Wolves were able to do that. We all know the quality of Wolves possess now. I mean, seriously, brother, we do need a midfield. And especially a midfielder like Amrabat. I do. We all know that we are not going to get players like Tchouameni and all that stuff. So let's not keep with that. I want Amrabat right here, right now. Believe me, it should have been done. It should have been done already. So yeah, if we are not going to get Pavard or anyone like that, let's just move the fuck on with it and secure a fucking midfielder. I want a fucking midfielder on that position. If Eric Ten Hag thinks Mount is really that precious, as I have said, I will not judge the new players. I will give them the benefit of doubt. I will give them at least a time of 3 months. Then I will reach to my conclusion. So yeah, if Eric Ten Hag thinks that he really do have a plan regarding Mason Mount, I guess he should play Mason Mount on that right front. That will give a healthy competition to Anthony as well. So we can play Amrabat, Casemiro and Bruno in the midfield area. I think that will strengthen our squad. I do think so. At least it will provide us with some balance. Pooja is saying, keep it up, Stafu. Thank you so much, Pooja, for joining the chat and supporting. Rohit is saying, hi, bro. Thank you so much, brother, for joining. Earthquake news. The officials for last night's game between Manchester United and Wolves have been dropped for next weekend. referee Simon Hooper, video assistant referee Michael Salisbury, and assistant VR Richard West have not been selected for a Premier League game. Okay, man. Okay, I do not care, man. I do not care if it was a penalty or not. Clearly, Onana wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to save the ball. He wasn't even looking towards the player. While he jumped, after he jumped, he put his face in front, and then he can realize that there is a player in front of him. What a goalkeeper should do. What a goalkeeper should do inside his D box. Obviously, he will try to save it. He wasn't going to catch the ball. He was making himself bigger to stop the ball from going into the goal. But the ball passed out. No one, not the forward of Wolves, not Andre Onana got the ball. So yeah, I do not think that was a penalty. I have seen it quite thoroughly. I wasn't quite sure when we were, having our watch along, but I have checked that later. I do not think that was a penalty. Yeah, someone can give that. I will not, argue about that. Hey Mama, thank you for joining, brother. He's saying it shows that the referee should have awarded Wolves that penalty. As O'Neill said, John Moss of the PGMOL Premier League, even apologized to him for it, saying it was a blatant penalty. I do not care. I do not care what John Moss says, man. I absolutely do not give a fucking swivel what John Moss told or what the referee is told. If it wasn't a penalty given on that spot, on that particular time, I do not care what they say after that, man. I do not care about it. Hello, Osman. Thank you all of you guys for joining, brother. I am quite, pissed off, as you can see. Through the prior, present, and future seasons, I am sure we will win some and lose some decisions. If we look at the video of Rashi's header being blocked in slow-mo, you can see the elbow of the defender flick out and in. No penalty. You see the slow-mo of our keeper Sands totally missing the ball, missing the head, and at the same time, the second Wolves player pushing his teammate into our star. 50-50 call in. Absolutely, man. My eyes, no penalty, time to move on. Absolutely, brother. So please, guys, those of you who are online right now, please do let me know what do you think should change after yesterday's match. Because it is quite clear that something needs to change. Something absolutely needs to change. It does need to change, man. Let me check the vote. It's been 20 votes and 80% of you guys want a midfield. Okay, man. Okay. So anyway, guys, we do have some other subjects to talk about as well. We can't just, put all our session into Harry Maguire. But yeah, I will get into all of your comments, as you guys already know that. So in the post-match, I will talk about a bit about Erik ten Hag. He said some, really good things yesterday after the match. He said, Erik ten Hag on the win, he said, really pleased with the win. It was a fight. We know we have to fight for our points. On the ball, it wasn't a great game, so we had to fight and find a way to win. That is what we did. And he was also asked that if Wolves surprised him, and he said, no, it wasn't a surprise. When you see the performance in the spring, when you see the performance during preseason, when you follow that, it's a good team. We knew we had to do everything to get points. Especially on the ball, we can be much better, much more calm. Too many easy giveaways, especially from the forward players. That wasn't good. I will absolutely comply with that statement. As I've said, man, if we are going to keep 70% of the possession, it will not matter if half of that possession is in our own half. So that will just not matter. So we do need to push the ball forward, and we should have that ability to retain the ball in that final third area of the pitch. I have said this so many times, and I will say it thousands of times again. We need that ball retention ability so bad. We are absolutely shit when we reach that final third area of the pitch. We absolutely mess everything up. Our final pass is not good enough. Our final shots are not good enough. Even the one-touch passing is not good enough. And we give away the ball way too easily. And that should not be the case. That should not happen, especially if we are going to maintain a high line. Because every time we lose possession, when we are maintaining a high line, there is a high probability that our midfield, our defense will get run down and we will concede goals. Yesterday was Wolves. We got saved by some inches, man. We got saved by our ass, to be very honest. But that will not be the case when we will be playing against Liverpool, against Chelsea, against City, against Arsenal, against Newcastle, against clubs like Brighton, Aston Villa. So yeah, brother, we do need to change something. Absolutely, it is much needed. Also, he was asked about, on Wolves cutting through the midfield over and over again. He said that as well was poor, easy giveaways when you give them the opportunity to counter. But I think we matched Wolves and we dealt with it. The clean sheet tells everything. We had moments between the lines, and when we got there, we were dangerous. I mean, yeah, obviously he will not shithousery the player in front of the media. He will not push them over, under the bus. Though he has criticized them quite vocally, that it was poor, our performance was poor on that midfield area, on that forward area. So yeah, brother, even the goal we have gotten from our centre back and the assist we have got from our right back. So what the hell were Garnacho, Rashford or Anthony was doing the whole match? Yeah, they have played their part, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't close to enough. So yeah, we do need some bolster on that midfield area who will give us the confidence to our forwards. Yeah, go out and play out there. Do not come back. And if you lose the ball, we are there to protect the ball from going into the defensive area. We need that kind of mental support in that squad, in the pitch, on the pitch. We absolutely need that, brother. That is paramount. Vidobroto is saying they deserve it because they denied 2 clear penalties, one for United, one for Wolves. Yeah, man. Ogni is saying a clear handball that denies Marcus Rashford goal should be the reason why they dropped the officials. But talking about the Wolf penalty, that Wolf player didn't touch the ball as Onana. It was a right call. Yeah, man. See, the thing is that Onana would have done the job. It wasn't Onana. If it was XYZ, any other keeper, I do not care who the keeper might be, they would have done the same thing. What, you just can't stand around and let the opponent's offender just hit the ball into the goal. That will not just happen. And he wasn't even trying to catch the ball. Onana just made himself bigger so that he can stop the ball from going into the net. If the Wolves forward was able to hit the ball, which he wasn't. So yeah, it wasn't a penalty for me. Jerry saying, hello Pooja, hello mate, hello Rohit. Okay, brother, thank you so much for joining, man. Now this decision will put more pressure on other referees and other teams will take this into their advantage. Don't be surprised if any slight touch from our players in the next game leads to a red card or a penalty. Absolutely spot on, brother. Absolutely spot on. The referees does not have any rules whatsoever. They have pushed us with so many rules and stuff. They should have, some rules for themselves as well. I do think so. Shomo is saying, what about Anthony, the controversial referee who penalized the club last season with double standard refereeing and again in controversy in Europa final? No sanction here, man. Let's not talk about refereeing, That has gone to shit way long ago. That the refereeing has gone to shit way long ago, even before the VAR arrived. The VAR just boosted their shithousery, man. That's it. Manchester United also deserves penalty. Handball from the Wolf player, they didn't do anything about it. Useless people. Yeah, man, midfielder is the one. And please do let me know, guys, what do you think should change after yesterday's match? I am quite, I will be delighted to know from you guys. Deliso is saying, I want to AMARABAT is better for midfielder. Also, Joao Felix come to United is better. Yeah, man, regarding that Joao Felix deal, if it is going to be a permanent deal, we simply do not have the money to do that. I will be honest with you. We simply do not have the money to go out and secure a player like Joao Felix. And even if we are opting for a loan deal, that would cost us a fortune even. Just the loan fee Atletico Madrid is asking for Joao Felix is around 20 million euro. And his salary for a year is around 13 to 15 million euro. Yeah, he would be essentially paying 35 to 35 million euros for Joao Felix for 1 year. And that does not make any sense, man. That does not make any sense. I will say that. Yeah, we do want, do I want another striker? Absolutely, brother. But I do not think that Joao Felix will be the one, man. Botham is saying Harry Maguire wants £7 million to leave Manchester United as he would be on less money at West Ham, who have grown frustrated over the delay and are looking at alternative options. Jacob Steinberg, yeah, man, yeah. Jacob Steinberg haven't mentioned the money, the amount, the 15 million amount that came from Neil Custis from The Sun. So yeah, those are two different journalists, but yeah, they have mentioned that Harry Maguire wants more. That £6 million deal is not on anymore. If Manchester United wants to let go of Harry Maguire, they would pay a lot more than £6 million, which was agreed earlier. Shobana is saying Man United will still pay him more than that if he stays, even without doing any job for them. So why can't Manchester United just pay him the payoff and let him go? Man, because we are owned by Glazers. Because we are owned by the Glazers. If it was Sheikh Jassim, even if it was, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, we would have seen him gone already. They would have paid him off, and you know what? Go the fuck out of my club. I really want to see those guys who sympathize with Harry Maguire. Why is everyone behaving like that? The banter he is receiving is never fair and all that stuff. What the hell is wrong with you guys? You want to take a higher ground? Harry Maguire is not the place to do that. Glazers are not the place to do that. If you want to take a higher ground, take a higher ground on that Mason Greenwood case. If you are so morally strong, do that. But do not support Maguire. We did not insult him. Every time he comes to the pitch, he insults the fan. He insults the club. Our captain said that he has nothing to prove. Our ex-captain said that he has nothing to prove because he played for England and he is the Manchester United captain. And who says that? Who says that? Not even Roy Keane would have said that. So yeah, who the fuck is Harry Maguire? I have always kept my temptation. Believe me, I never insulted him. I never insulted Harry Maguire. Yeah, I may have stated some fact. Telling Harry Maguire shit is not insulting him. He's just stating a fact. Yeah, he is shit. We have said that for so many players. I have said that when Fellaini played for us. I have said that when Marcus Rowe played for us. Yeah, they were shit. Memphis Depay was shit. It wasn't an insult. It was a fact. So there is a differentiate. We have to differentiate between what is an insult and what is a fact. So yeah, we haven't done that. We haven't insulted Harry Maguire. He have insulted us every time he came onto that pitch. He didn't fight for us. He didn't fight for every inch of the blade. He didn't do that. I do not care how he is getting treated while he is going out of the club. Yeah, I was down with David De Gea. The way he got treated, I felt disgusted. I absolutely felt disgusted because you know why? He was the fucking legend of Manchester United, which Harry Maguire never will be able to. The amount of time, if you compare it, the amount of time he won a medal, it is lower than the amount of time he got relegated. So yeah, you can see the mentality of the player. It is quite clear. He wants the money, and that's it. So yeah, if we want to get rid of Harry Maguire, we would just have to throw some money into his face. That's what he wants. So yeah, man, just do that. I do hope we will do that. Purwari is saying demote him to under 21s for the entire season. Yeah, man, that would be absolutely bang on. That would be absolutely bang on. That would be the. If we are not going to get rid of that fucker, I do want that happening, man. I do want that. Swaraj is saying, yeah, man, you are right. Midfield. Yeah, we need a midfield, man. We need a midfield. Fucking midfielder. Yeah, brother. We need a fucking midfielder, man. We have seen that. I will say it again and again and again. That if Wolves can run down us, if Wolves can break down our midfield area, any club would do that. Any club who is playing Premier League this season will do that, man. And we have not considered against Wolves, but if it was the way we have played yesterday, if it was the standard against Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, we would have at least 5-6-0 down, man. We would have ended up with 5-6-0 down in our own ground at Old Trafford. So yeah, we just got saved by our ass, believe me. Eric Tenag is saying, some source saying 15 minutes, while some saying 10 minutes. Which should we believe now? 15 million. Man, I don't know, man. The thing is that I will be absolutely honest with you guys that 15 million news that came out was from the Sun. And I have said you guys so many times, I do not trust the Sun very much. I'm not saying that they are always shit, but most of the time they are shit. But the news that came out from the Guardian, from Jacob Steinberg, he haven't mentioned any money per se, but he have said that Harry Maguire's deal is essentially paused right now because the payoff he wants from Manchester United have gone up. It is not anymore on that £6 million area. So it has gone higher up. So yeah, until and unless he receives that money, he will not join West Ham. And West Ham, as usually, is getting quite frustrated, and they are opting for some other options as well. The deal may get revived if we decide to pay him off. So that is what it, this is what it stands right now. As it stands right now, with Maguire, this is the case. So anyway, guys, there have been some, as we are talking about the midfield area, this came from Fabrizio Romano yesterday, and he is saying, this is regarding Scott. He has given us from, update regarding Scott McTominay, Van de Beek and Pellistri as well. So yeah, he has said, Scott McTominay is in the same category of player as Harry Maguire. That does not give me any peace. In that, if Manchester United get a good bid, they will consider a deal. They felt that West Ham's bid of £30 million wasn't enough. It wasn't we felt, it wasn't Eric Ten Hag felt, it is not what I'm pretty sure, even Scott McTominay felt. The only one who felt that way, I'm pretty sure, is the Glazers. They do think that, yeah, we should, accumulate more money while we can. So yeah, brother, those are the Glazers doing. And regarding Van de Beek, he said, the Donny to Sociedad deal isn't an easy one. It started off as a permanent deal, then turned into a loan. Discussions are ongoing regarding the terms of the deal, who pays what part of his wages, etc. So yeah, man, there are as Fabrizio Romano have said, that the talks between Manchester United and Real Sociedad is still going on apparently, and they are talking about, who should cover which amount of wages of Donny Van de Beek. I do not see any plus point, sending him out on the loan. If we were selling him and even, going to accumulate 5 or 10 million pounds, I would have done that. But sending him out on loan will do us no good whatsoever. So I do not see the point. If we are going to pay for his wage, let him play for Manchester United then. Why should we pay his wage and he will play for Real Sociedad? That does not make any sense. Yeah, it makes sense when it comes to our youngsters, but not for Donny Van de Beek. Regarding Pellistri, I have already said you guys, and Fabrizio Romano have just confirmed that Manchester United will extend Facundo Pellistri's contract before sending him out on loan this summer. Premier League clubs as well as Twente and Bologna and others are interested. So yeah, as we all know, even Boca Juniors are interested as well, but Eric Ten Hag wants him to go out and join maybe a championship side or a Premier League side. If not those things happen, he would prefer him to join, at FC Twente, because Eric Ten Hag have some personal connections, so he will be able to keep a close eye on Pellistri's progression. So yeah, he can go out on the loan. Maybe he will not. I hope he will not. I do want to see him in this. It can be his breakout season, but I think he will end up going out on the loan. I do think so. Rajin is saying, give him the 7 million and let him go. He's not going to accept that, brother. After last night, our midfield is very light. So yeah, hope this goes through. Yeah, brother, let me check that. There have been 35 votes and 89% of you wants midfield. Okay, man. Tulipo is saying, I just lost the comment. Sorry. Yeah. I think we played badly yesterday, so the board will get more players in. Last season was the same when Eric Ten Hag wanted Anthony. I hope so, brother. I do hope so that you are absolutely right. Just a second, guys. Anyway, Eric is also saying, try to get it done. We are so unserious in transfers of players, Manchester United. Yeah, man. We are incompetent. As I've said so many times, thousands times maybe, that when it comes to whatever it is, whether it's selling a player, whether it's buying a player, our negotiators are absolute shit. So when that article came yesterday, you can see why I was so furious when that article said that, yeah, we should be grateful towards John Marta and Richard Arnold, because they have given the key of Old Trafford to Eric Ten Hag. They shouldn't have done that. They absolutely shouldn't have done that. That is not their job. Why should Eric Ten Hag talk with the players while negotiating a deal? No manager does that. Absolutely no manager does that. But why Eric Ten Hag have to do it? Because he knows quite well that how incompetent, John Martin and Richard Arnold is. If it was up to them, I'm pretty sure we were still show-offing Mason Mount. We haven't gotten a hold of Andre Onana or Hoyland maybe. So yeah, man, Eric Ten have to include himself in those negotiations to make those deals happen. Siddharth is saying, I thought we have learned enough a lot from last season. I'm even thinking Ten Hag will be ruthless enough to handle Rashford and Bruno dominance in the starting 11, but unfortunately, same old story is still here to stay. Before the start of the new season, I said Manchester United, if we want to compete and be ready, we need 2 new quality attackers. A new number 10, new centre mid and new defensive mid, then a centre back. We only brought in Hoyland, Mount and Onana, which is not enough. Absolutely, man. See, as I've said, even the signings we have got, some of them are already Eric Ten Hag's second or third choices, and the one we are going to sign will be Eric Ten Hag's third or fourth choices. He wanted Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen. He haven't gotten them. He wanted Declan Rice. He wanted Caicedo. He wanted Frankie de Jong. He didn't have them. He wanted Timber. He wanted, Kim Min-jae. He haven't got them. And now he wants Pavards. I'm pretty sure he will not go, he will not get that also. Because we are not able to sell Harry Maguire. Yeah, man. It is what it is, brother. It is what it is. It is the harsh reality of Manchester United as it stands right now. Ishank is saying always the same story. Interested, will be monitoring and blah blah. Yeah, man. When will we sign AMARABAT for glory? Oh, sorry. Slowly, Man United. Yeah, man. We are slow. We are fucking slow. I do not know. I do not know what is holding up that AMARABAT deal. I really thought after letting go of Fred, we would go out and secure that deal at the very least. I don't know what the hell are we waiting for. I really don't know. He has said some things about Amadou Onana as well, that we are checking on that option, but I do not think that he will be the case, because as the news just broke out, not a couple of minutes ago, maybe half an hour ago, that Everton is going to ask for £50 million for Amadou Onana. So I do not see that happening, man. I absolutely do not see that happening. Shivani is saying, why too slow in signing this guy AMARABAT? Pay that fucking 30 million. Yeah, man. We should do that. We have what, if Manchester United sign Amadou Onana, it's like signing Fellaini again. Manchester United said, you're saying United need a 6 and not Onana. Okay, brother. Okay. Okay, Ritesh have put in a really big comment. I will go through that. I think Ten Hag should start thinking big. Some of his signings has been a little average, to be honest. Man, he has thought big, brother. Believe me, he had thought big. But our owners, as we all know how shit, the little piece of shit they are, so yeah, they haven't allowed Eric Ten Hag to go out and secure players like, Harry Kane, maybe Victor Osimhen, Declan Rice, Caicedo and all that player. He wasn't going to go for players we are seeing right now. Absolutely not. Yeah, he would have gotten Hoyland, but it was for him, it was Hoyland and Harry Kane. It was Hoyland and Victor Osimhen. It wasn't Hoyland or Harry Kane. It wasn't that for Eric Ten Hag. It only became that way because our owners do not bother to spend money on this summer transfer market or any summer transfer market, man. So yeah, you know what? Every other football fans are saying, other clubs fans are saying, why? What are you complaining about? You guys have already spent over 150 million. You are closing in to spend 200 million. So what are you complaining about? You guys should win the league. My only point is, those of you guys who are saying those things, do they know how much amount we have paid in the spend? What is our net spend in this summer transfer market up until now? It's only around 90 million pound, man. It's only around 90 to 100 million pound up until now. Our net spend has not even crossed 100 million pounds mark. So yeah, brother, we haven't spent 200 million pound yet, because we have sold some there and we were able to go, gather some of that money we have spent already. So our net spend as it stands right now is around 100 million pound. So yeah, we do need to spend a lot more. Chelsea have spent over 170 million for 2 midfielders, for crying out loud, man. for crying out loud. And now Manchester City is going to spend over 100 million for Lucas Paqueta. So yeah, brother, we do need players. Do we need players, man? Absolutely. There should be no fucking doubt about that, man. There should be not even an ounce of doubt there should be when it comes to signing of new players. As Erik ten Hag have mentioned in his post-match conference yesterday, that we need more signings. I do not think he can get any more clearer than that. Believe me, guys. So yeah, brother. He should realize he's at the United and we should be going for the very best instead of Mount. We could have easily gone for Caicedo, who is a better player. Yeah, man, we could have easily. He wanted Caicedo. He wanted Caicedo, brother. He wanted him. But he wasn't given the money to make those deals. He wanted him, believe me. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a fake news when that news came out a month ago that we are interested in Caicedo. We were actually interested in Caicedo and Mount as well. He wanted Haaland and Kane. He wanted Mount and Caicedo or Mount and Declan Rice. He wanted Kim Min-jae and he wanted Onana. But we haven't got 50-60% of those players, man. And that is, you can see the deficit we are facing right now. Vasu is saying, hello Vasu. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, brother. I hope you are new to the channel. So please do interact with us, brother. If you're still online, please do interact with me. Modi is saying, frontline is the problem we need to solve. Give the current United side Arsenal's attacker or City's attacker, we will have a sensitive dimension of play. Hello Vasu, Modi is saying. Rohit is saying, oh sorry. You are already seeing, Vasu, right? That this is a quite friendly community, brother. Thank you so much for joining. Please do remember to smash the subscribe button, man, and help us reach that 150 subscribers mark. Onindo is saying, honestly, I'm losing patience for our management. What's blinding them? Because Amrabat's price is reasonable and such a tenacious midfielder has been waiting for the offer. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I do not know what is keeping us from going for, Soufiane Amrabat. What Fabrizio Romano have came out and said yesterday. He said, the feeling between Manchester United and Soufiane Amrabat is very good. He wants the move. There is always a chance that another team works out a deal due to nothing signed yet. But his priority is to join Erik ten Hag. Soufiane Amrabat can't wait to play for Manchester United. He is waiting for the deal to happen. So yeah, man, it would be absolutely disgusting if we miss out on a player like Amrabat. He absolutely wants to join, and as Fabrizio Romano have mentioned, his priority is to join Erik ten Hag. How many times I have said that the signings we have get done and we will get done, it will only be because of Erik ten Hag. It is not because of John Murdoch. It is absolutely not because of Richard Arnold and the Glazers. The only reason those players are waiting out to join Manchester United, it's only because of Erik ten Hag. So yeah, man, he is the fucking genius. So when I guess Ritesh was the guy who was saying that Erik ten Hag should have chosen some more quality guys rather than going for Mount or someone like that. Man, he wanted those. He wanted Caicedo, he wanted Rice, he wanted Frankie de Jong, but our club didn't back him up properly to make those deals happen. So yeah, man, what can you say, man? What can you say? This is what happens when we are under the Glazers. Vasu is saying, can Manchester United win Champions League? Man, my prediction was if you can, possibly you can check out my season preview and all that stuff. We have already covered that in another session previously. So yeah, I have predicted, but the way we have played yesterday, man, I don't know, brother. I don't know. Believe me, I don't. If I'm honest with you, man, I do not know. Sign Amrabat and Todibo, but I'm afraid we need two more midfielders, not just one. Man, we need a lot of players. But I do not think that is going to be the case. Now he's saying, to be honest, he's right. We aren't looking for height. We are looking for someone who can play alongside Casemiro. We saw how open that midfield was last night, and I can't imagine how it will look like against the enigmatic Spurs I saw on Sunday this weekend last night. It was the first time I saw Casemiro tired because Mount and Bruno, we all trying to go forward, and Casemiro was exposed. Absolutely spot on, Rahul. Absolutely spot on. We all know, as I've said, Mount and Bruno Fernandes have a similar kind of gameplay. They are cancelling each other out, and the worst thing they are creating, they are putting Casemiro left exposed. That should not be the case. That should absolutely be not the case when it comes to clubs like Manchester City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, and all those clubs. We will get run down pretty easily. Pretty easily, man. If Wolves can do that, any other clubs can do that. Prithviraj is saying, I think we should give Ten Hag what he wants, so that if he mess up big, he's off. Let him do this thing, man. Yeah, man. But I do not think that will be the case. Hello, bhai. Hello, Shubhadeep. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, all of you guys, for joining, brother. It is going to, it is a fantastic session we are having. So please do smash the like button. And if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, brother. Let me check the, poll for a while. 41 votes and 90% of you wants midfield. Okay, good to see that. Absolutely good to see that. Shubhadeep is saying, Rio Ferdinand should just hush. Onana is a very physical and skillful midfielder, and he will improve us greatly. We were simply bullied by only Cunha. What happens when we meet the very strong midfielders? Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I do not know. I do not think that, Onana is second Fellaini. I do not think that. Who knows, brother? Who knows? We all know. Our pundits can get vocal, when the subject does not matter. They will not get vocal about the Glazers. They will not get vocal about the Greenwood situation. What they will get vocal about? They will get vocal about a player who we haven't even signed. So yeah, brother. He better do, because there's no pressure, no intensity. That's the possession-based football Erik Ten Hag talked about. He better sign Amrabat and Onana so that he can implement his style of play. What we saw last night was total rubbish. Yeah, man. Couldn't agree with you more. Anurag is saying his tenure hasn't been bad. Actually, it has been the best since Fergie, but we need to improve from where we are, because I don't see any change from last season. We are still that Ten Hag team that would only want to surprise big teams with no consistency. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was heartbreaking to see Manchester United play last night. To be sincere, we are doomed. We do not have a killer midfield, a destructive midfield. English football is physical mostly than mind game. Yeah, brother, absolutely. English football is physical. There is no doubt about that. There should be not an ounce of doubt about that English football is highly physical. You can see, players like Rodri, players like Declan Rice, players like Kevin De Bruyne, they can get absolutely physical. They will crush us up. Believe me, they will crush us up. The midfield we had yesterday, if that is the performance we will be putting with clubs like Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, we will get demolished, brother. We will get bulldozed over every other aspect on the field, man. Gurpreet is saying we are anxiously waiting for the situation to be addressed. What happened yesterday had been noticed throughout preseason games. Yeah, man, I will say so. It wasn't new. United, I want to Amrabat. United midfield is better. Yeah, man, I do hope so. 70 million, SpongeBob, 0 goals, 0 assists, just vibes, 0 shouts. 45 McAllister, 0 goals, 0 assists, just vibes, 0 shouts. 120 million Enzo Fernandez, 0 goals, 0 assists, just vibes, 0 shouts. 100 million Declan Rice. Man, I see where you are going with that. I see. The agenda for Mason Mount to fail at Manchester United is appealing. Unhappy to see him in red colors. Yeah, man, that is also a case. Truth be told, the thing is that, as I've said, there are clubs out there who always criticizes us, and that just shows you they give time to watch Manchester United matches so that they can criticize us. So it does matter, man. Maybe we are hated, sometimes we are adored, but we are never ignored. So yeah, man, that is the phrase, right? Maybe adored, maybe hated, but never ignored, brother. That is Manchester United. Truth be told, I wasn't impressed with his yesterday performance. Don't come and tell me, give him time to settle in. This guy knows the Premier League inside out, 2 times Chelsea Player of the Year. Plus, he needs to do better. Yeah, man, he needs to do better. There is no doubt about that. See, the thing is that, as I've always said, yeah, I know, I will comply with you that he was a Premier League player. He has played brilliantly in the Premier League. He has pocketed a Champions League in the age of 23, I guess. So yeah, he has a lot of potential in him. But it is not about only the Premier League, man. When you change the team, when you change the manager, A lot of things changes with it. The philosophy of it, the gameplay, the play style, all gets changed. So yeah, it may take some time. It may. But what about Rashford? What about Anthony? I will give Sancho a kudos. I will shout out for Sancho, man. That I will do. He was absolutely brilliant. After he came, we got a life on that forward area. I will say that. I'm not a fan of Mount, but I believe Mount will be a great player. Eric Ten Hag know why he bought him to the club. Yeah, man, it will take some time. It will absolutely take some time. He didn't play great yesterday. The balance in the midfield was way off with him, Case and Bruno. It just didn't work. We need to rethink, or they need to adapt their games. Absolutely, brother. You are quite spot on. In the first place, we were not supposed to keep him at the bench, let him watch, then introduce him later. Mount will come good. All the players last night were lethargic, to say the least. So nothing on Mount. When we blend properly, he will blend too. Many have forgotten that United usually starts slow and peak pace later. Mount will help our midfield. Absolutely, he will, brother. I have no doubt about that, and you are quite right about that we start slow. And you know what? One of the most important things that happened yesterday, we were able to manage to secure that 3 points when we played like absolutely shit. That does matter. Winning a game while playing in an absolute shitty manner, still going out and winning that game, that does matter. That does matter. Winning a game where you were shit, that does matter, man. Drop down number 7 shot and give him time for his best to show. Okay, brother. I don't think that will going to be the case, man. Mason Mount versus Wolves last night. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chance created, 0 crosses, 0 tackles, 1-0 accurate crosses, 0 aerial duels, 1 how? Okay, man. Okay, I get your point. I get your guys' frustration, brother. Okay, Shomo is saying buy back Mount. I don't know why you guys are bashing Mount so much, brother. Every one of them was shit. Every one of those guys were shit. I understand your frustration, believe me. I don't care what Swoboda bought. Yeah, what is his name? Sobozlai, I guess. Yeah, it's Sobozlai. McAllister and the others have been doing well. I saw what I saw in the World Cup, specifically England versus France. 0 chance created, no impact, no assist after Eriksen and Sancho subbed in. There were more movements. That's why they scored a goal. Some fellow United fans talked dirty about Eriksen after the loss against City and claimed Mount is better than Eriksen. Now Eriksen is better than Mount, and even Fred is better than Mount. Yeah, make some excuses like it's just a first game now. I saw what I saw before. Okay, Steve, okay. I get your frustration, brother. I absolutely get that. We are not in a hurry. Young fans are always in a hurry. Yeah, man. We have seen enough, right, Indraji? We have seen enough. So yeah, we do not need to hurry. We know that the pace will go up. It is only our first match. Okay, but you have seen his stats for Chelsea over the last 4 seasons as highlighted by Sky. Why haven't you shown Mount's stats? Wasn't convinced before? Still to be convinced? Don't pull the wool over your eyes just because he plays for Manchester United Football Club. Okay, brother, I will not do that. But as I said, I will give him some time. I will give every one of them some time before I reach to any conclusion. Obviously, as I say so many times, and I will say that over and over again, that you guys are entitled to your own opinion, and I will always respect that. But yeah, in my opinion, I will definitely give them some time. And we have had our magical words came out of Rohit. That we have already said, I love Sheikh Jassim. Yeah, man, we all love Sheikh Jassim, brother. Love you, bro. Love you, all of you guys. Kudos to all of you guys for joining the session. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So please do smash the like button. If YouTube is allowing you to do so, and if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and help us reach that 150 subs. So anyway, guys, goodbye. Take care, and we'll see you tonight at our 11 p.m. show. Kudos to you guys.